That is one of those mysterious things. Perhaps it's a mysterious title, but it just like kind of floated in and didn't want to leave. So I just accepted it. It started, much the same way I start most of my paintings. It starts with, first of all, just making a mark on the canvas to take it away from like the whiteness of the ground. So then, from then on, everything is a response or a relation to the first mark. And I just kind of use my instinct and experience to follow what begins to emerge. So with this painting, for instance, it began with just kind of two stalks that were, then there was a quality of light in this particular bloom with regard to the background that I started to feel was very interesting, so I really focused on that. And so for a long time, the painting was really about like these two verticals and with that quality of light. But the more I worked with the painting, which is for me like a long process of putting on, scraping off, excavating, making that color relation or harmony or tonal values work better together, I began to see that it needed, it wasn't the two, it was one in relation to a grouping or a different kind of wholeness. That's how it began. Yeah, I think the challenge became evident when I saw that, this very strong composition that was initially there, I began to see that wasn't really working. And I had to find a way to figure out, first of all, why it wasn't working, both on a formal level and kind of emotionally, why that wasn't working. And I felt like what the painting was offering me was this opportunity to see that though each one of us has had a very individual experience in this pandemic, we are also experiencing it in a global kind of community in a way with our own small circle, our familial circle, and then expanding outwards. And that we are in relation to that as well as having a very personal experience, whatever that might be for each one of us as an individual. Well, I think that it's emergent from the process. I think that the many layers represent like the questioning that I was going through while I was making the painting. And so for me, I love that buildup of the texture. Sometimes if I'm looking for something that's a more first off spontaneous gesture, it doesn't allow for that, pentimento to accrue. But in this instance, there was a real struggle. This painting was actually a real struggle. And I think it's reached an equilibrium that feels satisfying to me. But that texture comes from that continual questioning to arrive at the final possibility. That is one of those mysterious things. Perhaps it's a mysterious title, but it just kind of floated in and didn't want to leave. So I just accepted it. So this painting is going to be part of a group exhibit at Visual Space Gallery. I'd like to invite all of you to come and see not just this painting, but the wonderful other paintings that are going to be on view. Thank you very much. Yeah.